Good evening, everyone, and welcome to another edition of WMSC's Local Live, broadcasting tonight from Anodyne on Bruce in Walker's Point. We do have an in-house audience. Give yourselves a big hand, in-house audience. Thank you for being here. Much appreciated. And also a special shout out to my guest co-host, Matt Wild of Milwaukee Record. Thanks for being here, Matt.
Well, hello, Cal. Thanks for having me.
Tonight's show, of course, being live streamed. You can watch along at WMSC.org as well as on WMSC's Facebook and YouTube channels.
Local Live is presented by Third Space Brewing. You have your home, you have your work, but everyone needs a third space. Now, ladies and gentlemen here, ladies and gentlemen at home, ladies and gentlemen abroad, please give a big warm welcome to our musical guest tonight. He has come all the way from over the pond. He has made Milwaukee his home, and here he is tonight at Anodyne in Walker's Point. Please say hello to Holy Pinto.
Pinto. Adult, I am the product of my choices, obsessions and my vices, with fear as the glue. Adult, I am tortured by the imagined, as anxious as a child, and I still can't keep a job, and I still struggle with insomnia, so often can't sleep. Waste my time thinking of people who don't care to think of me, and I'm not my finest hours, I'm the moments in between. I'm so ashamed to be me. I am so ashamed to be adult. The city's breeze, then leave it, a jug of alcohol by my side. Cause each vice of meditation, remember when we were young, cause life right now feels very adult. And I dream of the cathedral, I dream so much, and I miss the rooftop where I grew up. Cause I loved you but I couldn't feel it. Cause I loved you but I couldn't feel it. 'Cause you were perfect but I couldn't feel it. Cause I loved you. Billy on my mind, I know now that I am flawed if I'm not free. But without music, I am nothing. Like Peter Pan with less joy to me. Cause each smoke and meditation, just remember when we were young. Cause life right now feels very adult, and I dream of the cathedral, I dream so much, and I miss Green Truth Top where we grew up. 'Cause I loved you but I couldn't feel it. 'Cause I loved you but I couldn't feel it. You were perfect but I couldn't feel it. 'Cause I love you. Get better each daisy chain, I pluck the petals. Get better each daisy chain, I pluck the petals. Get better each daisy chain, I pluck the petals. I pluck the petals. I'm never coming home. I'm never coming home. My darling, don't you know? I'm never coming home. I'm never coming home. I'm never coming home. You must have figured it out by now. You must have figured it out. Cause I loved you, but I couldn't feel it. Thank you. Thank you, in-house studio audience. We're stoked to be on WMSU right now. This song is called King. I arrived to the waiting room in a building near my school. Kicked my feet up on the chair, I felt just like a king. Touched by fire, I felt the stare. I took the chance to rehydrate. How you haven't slept this week. Each synapse began to fire like riflemen at war. At war. All I could think of was the bathtub. What better fate to drown? Who said I'd let you tie me down? I figured out that you'll be the one kicking and screaming, 'cause I'm right. I know I'm right, and you are wrong. This can't be my life. It's nothing like that song. Please tell me I'm right, because your sympathy is gone. I found some joy in the magazines. I cut out shapes and pretty things. Put together a collage, a life of luxury. It's all those things that earn me, and I wish my eyes were whiter. Wish myself an angel who said I'd let you tie me down. 'Cause you'll be the one kicking and screaming, 'cause I'm right. I know I'm right, and you are wrong. This can't be my life. It's nothing like that song. Please tell me I'm right. 'Cause you'll be the one kicking and screaming 'cause I'm right. I swear I'm right and you're wrong. This can't be my life. You'll be the one kicking and screaming 'cause I'm right. I know I'm right and you are wrong. This can't be my life. It's nothing like that song. Please tell me I'm right because your sympathy is gone. Thank you. Thanks so much.
It's Holy Pinto on WMSC's Local Live. That was a fantastic first set. Thanks, you guys. Eamon, could you introduce the band for everyone?
I would love to. This is Ben Giddens. Hello. Yeah, a lot of you might know him from Fuzzy Surf, he's playing. Killer bassist. It's Corey Garcia on drums. And he does a lot of stuff. He's just a killer drummer. And this is John, and his main band is Halotrope.
Yeah.
And we've all fused together to be Holy Pinto for the next 2 weeks on tour. So, yeah.
Well, we're glad to have you tonight on the WMSC airwaves. Eamon, you grew up in Canterbury. Your music career started in the UK, so I'm sure people are wondering, of all the places in the world, how did you wind up in Milwaukee?
I was on tour, actually. I was touring the US with this band. We were a three-piece. It was a bit stripped back. It was with one of my friends from England. And we were on tour. We had a bassist from Nashville randomly, and we were like touring in his sister's car. And we were just kind of doing the thing. And when it came to booking the shows, I'd actually heard of a couple of cool bands from here, Promise Ring and Maritime. I was really into Maritime around the time we were booking that tour. Human Hearts was a great record. And love it. And so I was like, I want to play Milwaukee. Like, you know, it's on my radar. And actually, weirdly enough, when we put out that record earlier that year, we had 2 pre-orders from Wisconsin. And like, I'm keeping tabs. Like, we weren't selling thousands, you know? Like, I know where the sales are coming from. I've got the Excel spreadsheet. And one was in Sheboygan and one was in Milwaukee. And I was like, well, I guess we got to get to Wisconsin then. This is cool. Like, pre-orders as well. So yeah, we booked a show here and we played. And then we slept on my friend's floor, sofa, and basically, I ended up coming back for a bit. I started touring. I bought a used van, and I decided to tour here more. And it gets lonely when you're by yourself sleeping in truck stops in a van so much. And my friend Alex was like, you can come crash on my floor. I was like, okay, well, you know, I don't overstay my welcome. He's like, nah, we had someone crash at ours for like 6 months. And he was meant to be there for like 3 days, so we didn't care. I was like, oh, you're actually serious? I was like, okay. Well, let's see how this goes. And, you know, now I've got, like, a life here, and I really like it. So, no plans. But I honestly, there's a lot of that humbleness from Milwaukee of, like, why here? Like, we're not special. It's like, we know we're awesome here. We know that. So we can just wear that proudly. But that's the story, yeah.
Yeah,
Right.
it's a very Milwaukee thing to be like, why on earth would you come here?
But we know it's a great
But
city.
we know.
We all know that.
We just don't want anyone else to know. We want to keep it a secret.
Right.
Oh, it'll get found out one day. Trust me. It'll get found out.
So when was this that you started staying in Milwaukee?
I would say it was like right at the turn of the year, so like around Christmas/New Year of 2018, so 2017 into 2018.
Okay.
Was when I started kind of staying here for a bit and then going on tour and stuff, come back, and yeah, around then. So I guess it's been like 4 years. COVID doesn't count, 3 years.
Right.
Yeah.
And you kind of landed in the Brady Street area, right?
Yeah, I
that's
have
kind of your
indeed,
neighborhood.
yeah.
What was it that drew you to that neighborhood?
Oh, it's just really fun. I like chaos and volume and all that. Like, even if I'm not partaking in it, I like knowing it's there. You know, like, it's just some weird comfort. Like, in fact, like, the next song we're about to play, I wrote about Milwaukee, and it's like, that song is about like the night I stayed in and how I felt really weird about it. And like it was weird. It was like the first or second week after I'd moved in to an apartment near Brady Street, and yeah, I wrote that song. I was just like, I'm in. Like, I don't know. I guess I have a bit more of a life here now, and I'm allowed to stay in rather than just sleep on my friend's floor and drink at the Highbury. And yeah, just kind of I wrote that about that, and I just like the chaos. Even if I'm staying in, I like knowing that there's volume around, and it's really fun living like near bars and stuff. I mean, the Milwaukee bar scene is good. I want to shout out Pete's Pub, who plied me with a lot of bar dice shots last night, and a couple of them there, Jim, right there. But yeah, no, that's kind of, yeah, I really like that neighborhood. And every neighborhood in Milwaukee has a really cool feel, for sure. So.
Yeah, if you were looking for chaos and noise, you picked the right street. You mentioned you're going to be playing a song about Milwaukee, actually called Milwaukee next. And I just want to say it's really wonderful that, you know, you were kind of taken by Milwaukee, but as someone who's lived here for almost his entire life, it's really interesting to hear someone else who has just recently come over here to kind of sing about the city. And it just offers a really refreshing way for like a jaded old person like myself to see the city kind of through fresh eyes. So not really a question, more like a comment, but thanks for that.
No, I appreciate that. I mean, like, it could go the other way. You know, it could be
Right.
like, why are you singing about my hometown? What do you know? Like, so I'm glad it's like that way around, if anything. Like, I always find it a bit cringe when English bands and English singers sing about American places or like title songs like Nashville, Tennessee and stuff. Like, I always think that's really cringe. So I wanted to stay away from that, but I couldn't really on this one. So I'm glad you got that from me. I appreciate that.
Well, again, if you were looking for an under-the-radar city to write about, yeah, you picked the right one.
Very niche. Yeah.
Well, why don't we hear that song and maybe one other while we're at it.
Let's do that.
Holy Pinto.
This song is called Milwaukee. Thank you. Hey, Milwaukee, are you mine? I'm sorry I'm not out tonight. I'd wash my pills down with a beer, check my hair and shed a tear, but instead I'm hiding here. I see old glory in the street. Didn't think I'd make it past the age of 18. Now the people I used to pity take pity on me. Hey, East Brady looking good. I must be crazy, I'm not out tonight. The streets are bubbling, tell me, do you love me? I'm not out tonight. And Jerry says I should get a dog, but I can't take care of myself, let alone anyone. And everything I do is to feel alive. So am I still in love, or am I just hungry for a yes? Could have gone back home to London and left this place. And do I give up on you, Milwaukee? Will you be my one that got away? Will you be my one that got away? Thank you. We're going to play a new one. asleep. Just belong to yourself, and you won't need me. For me, as if I'm here to be one, as if I'm a trophy for your favorite son. But when this plane lands, I'm done. 'Cause you can't force forever. Bathing ties and feathers and all the drugs and sedatives won't help you get to sleep. I'll belong to myself and be set free. Fireworks each night. You can be my favorite vice, and we can stand at this forever on. I don't want to die or live like this forever. Let's belong to ourselves. Thank you.
WMSE's Local Live. It's Holy Pinto, our guest tonight here at Anodyne in Walker's Point. And I don't want to dwell on the Milwaukee song too much, but I have to ask you about the video because it's such a cool video. You captured a lot of different visual things about Milwaukee that a lot of people will know and love. So can you tell us a little bit about who you worked with making that video, the places you went, how that all came about?
Oh, yeah. So my friend Sean McDowell shot it. For anyone that hasn't seen it, that Milwaukee song, we have a music video. And it's kind of like a tour of Milwaukee. I'm basically just going to my favorite places in the city. We basically had a really fun day. Like, genuinely.
It looks like it, yeah.
Yeah, right? I mean, did it come across? It was...
Oh, yeah.
One day, maybe we did one evening and one morning a different day. But yeah, it was kind of like, let's go to the place that I really enjoy. But then also, I wanted to get some like local people in it that I'm like friends with, like bar owners and people like that. And definitely wanted to try and get some celebs in. So I think I got the best celeb I got was Bonnie Blair, the ice skater. That was fun. I actually... when I come up with these kind of ideas, I try and go really big. So I did get an Ask Him with Giannis, because I know someone who works in the Bucks dressing room who did ask him, and apparently he was just like, I don't know. So that didn't happen. George Hill said yes, but then we didn't pin him down because we couldn't with scheduling. So I don't know if I should even say that, but I aimed high. I was like, let's get some celebrities, let's do the thing. And there's a video I had an idea for the other day where I'm like, okay, I want to shoot it at Miller Park. I need to find someone who's like involved in the Brewers. And it's like, we don't need Miller Park, but I kind of want it. So I kind of set the bar real high, and I was like, I'm going to try my hardest to like find some celebs. But at the end of the day, honestly, it was just a really fun pub crawl, and it was very natural. We were all just having fun. And I think it came across. I'm like, I can enjoy that video. It's like when you look back a few years, you can look back a few years and go, oh, remember that really fun night out? I've got like a music video to like that's with me for the rest of my life. And like, I hope all of us in it as well. You know, there's a few people here who are in it. So yeah.
No, that's amazing. I have to say, Holy Pinto album titles alone are enough to really make me want to hear the music, because you had one in 2018 called Tales from the Traveling T-Shirt Salesman, Fragile Courage, Fleeting Love, Cyclical Fears, and Endless Nicotine, which I think anyone who's been in a touring band can relate to all of these things. It's like completely sums up touring life to me.
Yeah,
And,
and weirdly me as a person as well. I haven't. That's like the long form title. I haven't heard that or even remember it in years, and that is. Yeah, wow. Sorry. Yeah, wow.
I have it right here, verbatim.
That's a lot of
so-
insight. No, you're right. But wow, that just took me back.
And then, of course, the Milwaukee EP you put out is called Milwaukee, a love story of truck stops, soccer bars, and a big blue van. And I want to hear your best truck stop story.
Oh man, I love truck stops. I actually love them. Like, you can't live with them forever, which is what I noticed, which is why I kind of ended up here. But like, they're weirdly like, and gas stations in general, and it might be a tour thing. Like, I always feel at home. Like, if I've been in Milwaukee for a while and then I get out driving and I'm like, even at like a Sunoco, I'm like, oh yeah. I mean, like, we have Quick Trip here. It's even better, But just wherever I am, and truck stops are just a really good place to sleep when you're just on the road. Like, when I'm not with the band, I have like a bed in the back of my van and like a mattress, not like a fancy bed. And like, they're really good places. Like, you can sleep in the parking lot. It's like allowed, and you can shout. I don't know if this is horrifying to any of you guys, but this is my existence. Like, I love it. I'm fine with it. I haven't done it in a while. Like, I was definitely doing a lot more of that before 2020. And yeah, my favorite. I mean, like, the craziest one is really genuinely how I ended up here. It was Christmas Day, and I was like in Texas, and it was like Christmas Day, and I went into like the truck stop I was sleeping at to just get like, I don't know, I can't remember exactly, but like a croissant, like a piece of bread, or like a granola bar, like something basic, and a coffee. And the guy looked at me and he was like, "Are you all good?" And I was like, "Yeah, I'm fine." And he was like, "Have you got somewhere to go today? Like, do you want to come to my family's place?" And I was like, "Oh no, I'm good." But I was also like, "Damn, am I that like sad right right now?" So that's honestly probably one of my favorites that really I wrote about on that EP with the awesome title. I like that title more. That's fun. I think that makes sense for me. Soccer bars especially. Shout out to Highbury.
Well, speaking of touring, if I'm not mistaken, this show tonight represents kind of a kickoff to a little October tour that you're doing all across the country. A couple questions about that. Now, you mentioned earlier that the band kind of hastily assembled a little bit. I mean, I remember seeing you play solo, so I've seen you play solo a couple times. So what was it like putting together a band for this kind of like month-long tour?
Unbelievably stressful.
Oh, I bet.
This one's quite stressful. I'm lucky enough I had Ben come on in the last 2 weeks. We were quite nth hour, 11th hour, and Ben stepped up and is incredible. I'm stoked to have you, for real. And John a month ago as well, who's a really talented multi-instrumentalist. Corey's been with me for a while. We do a lot of stuff together. I think Corey's like my right-hand man in this, and definitely I want to get him playing on the records and stuff, and just kind of, he's been on the road with me a bunch, and we've always had a good time together with homies, so yeah. So that part, I've got that. I need a consistent drummer. I can't get a new drummer. I don't know if this is too much insight for you all, but I need a consistent drummer. That's where I draw the line. But yeah, pretty hastily assembled, actually. I find it always works out. I've had consistent lineups for like a few different tours, and then sometimes it's like, okay, I have to find new people. So yeah, I do love playing solo as well. So it's just really all of it. I really, really do like doing this a lot.
Now, for like an independent artist like yourself, what is it like putting together a tour? Not so much putting together a band, but actually booking these dates. That always seems also like a very stressful and kind of daunting task to kind of
it's
string
terrible.
together some sort of, sensible tour.
I wish I could give you like some wonderful optimistic. It is terrible. It's good. Like, I'm lucky in the like some of the tours I've had like help. Like this tour was only half booked by me. It was good. We have people involved, and sometimes there are people involved, sometimes they're not, and it's just it is stressful. It is really stressful. Yeah, I don't know what to say. It is. I just wish I could spend more time doing this and less time emailing people. That's
there you go,
definitely the goal, and just especially with growth when you have people doing a lot of that and helping out a lot with that. So yeah.
Well, it's great. So good luck on the road, and I believe we're going to hear a couple more songs right now.
We are. Yeah. These are the fun ones. These are the happy ones. am a spider, the son of two doctors, crawling up your kitchen sink. I saw some pretty awful things when I took the raw sack, for they sent me far away. Just don't wash me down the drain. So fill my veins with cortisol and scream and try to leave like a bomba del tiempo, and explode into confetti at a bar. I'd see where everyone's invited except me, except us, except him. There's a pill for everything inside my cupboard. I can't ask you to love me if you don't wanna. I'll stop at these lines. You can call me the butcher in a factory of aborted dreams. Sticking out my tongue in every photo with all the people I love. Miss my time as a gecko, how it was fun, and I miss the taste of tequila and the smoke in my lungs. So fill my veins with cortisol and scream and try to leave like a bomba del tiempo. I'd explode into confetti at a park. I'd see where everyone's invited except me, except us, except him. There's a pill for everything inside my cupboard. I can't ask you to love me if you don't wanna. I'll chop up these lines. You could call me the butcher in a factory of aborted dreams. You say you love my story, you just don't like the way I tell it. Well, you can throw me in the lake, but I'll swim out of it. I love the word chicory, I don't know what it means, but I heard it in a song once about a girl named Josephine. She's all I think about each day. It's my morning routine, it's the cinnamon in my coffee. There are no rules, there are no rules. Yeah. There are no rules. There are no rules. There are no rules. Thank you. Thanks so much. Another happy one, I promised, as delivered. The song's called Salt. Take me back to the time when I had some fight in me, before my heart got filled up with dread, before I got lost out in the wild. I slept with a puppet pick under my head. I didn't know it'd be such a long way back for me, and I didn't know that it would take me years. And with the grass I stop to spread the salt and hope we grow. And with the bread, I stop to see your ghost on my way home. But if you're never gonna pick up the phone, then I'm never gonna let it go. Take me back to the time when I had some style. I rocked a bow tie on New Year's Eve. We stepped outside to contemplate our futures. Now living well is the best revenge. I didn't know that I was so embarrassing to you and all your friends. And with the grind I stop to spread the salt and hope we grow. And with the grad, I stop to see your ghost on my way home. But if you're never gonna pick up the phone, then I'm never gonna let it go. You're the projectionist, and I am hostage to your game. And all I want is some consistency, more enemy than a friend. Well, the calm up here is beautiful. I feel so at peace, and I hope back home in London you're weak at the knees, 'cause the devil's in the detail and my life became a blur. Someone came along and soaked up all the color. Well, Julia told me every moment's different, you know, nothing stays the same. You won't feel this way forever in my professional opinion. So here's a little salt just to shake off the pain and to wear as an anorak to keep you from the rain. And I just wish you would have picked up the phone. And I just wish you would have picked up the phone. And I just wish you would have picked up the phone. And I just wish you would have picked up the phone. 'Cause now I'm never gonna let it go. Thank you. Cheers. Thanks so much.
Thank you, Holy Pinto. We're all the mood has been lightened now. Thank you.
Oh, yeah, good. As promised, yeah.
Now you have a brand new single out called "Us Married," correct? And you hooked up with Barty Strange for the production work on this, which I think a lot of our listeners will be familiar with. How did the two of you initially connect?
We have a friend. So yeah, basically, I did a latest single called "Us Married." It came out 2 weeks ago with an artist called Barty Strange, who's having a definitely very big moment in indie rock right now. And we have a mutual friend who is like someone who's supported my band. You can see like an interview him interviewing me from like 2015 on YouTube. If you Google it, it's this guy Henderson. He runs a site called The Alternative, which is like quite a cool underground blog. And he's, since being the blogger kid, is now a music lawyer. I can't take him seriously and see him that way, because to me he's like the music kid who just likes all this music, but he's actually a grown adult now, you know? And he's actually Bartiz' lawyer, and Bartiz was wanting to work with more people and do stuff, and he hit me up and was like, I think you should work with Bartiz, let's get it together. And I'd certainly heard the name around, but I wasn't as acquainted with his work, and I was like, cool, yeah, I'm trying new things, I'll just go do it. And it was really interesting. Yeah, I went to his house in DC. He has like a basement studio, so we just worked there for a few days. And he's really, one of the things I didn't realize, he was really into electronic music. Like, one of his fancies apparently, I don't want to misquote him, but like he wants to just like go to Berlin and just do that for a year, you know, and like do all that EDM stuff. And so that really had a big effect on the track, like a lot of his electronic drums. And yeah, really cool. It was a song I was very proud of. Anyway, I really liked the song and I wrote it. And yeah, I'm really happy the way it came out. And he's had a very big year, so it's been very cool. It's been a very cool experience putting it out.
Now, you played another new song earlier called Us Forever, right? Is this
Yeah.
part of a larger song cycle?
Oh, it sure
I
is.
sense a theme here.
Next year there'll be some stuff tied in. Maybe less of a long title for a collection of tracks, but maybe I'll go back to it. I'm glad you like it. Maybe I should do that more.
Oh, yeah. I'm all for it.
So you've got Us Forever, Us Married.
Yeah.
What? Us Children? I don't know what's.
Oh, wow.
Yeah, us,
Wow. Okay.
us and Others.
I tell you what, there is no third one yet, but I'm gonna keep that in mind that it's wanted. And Us Children, I don't know about that one, but I'll send you an email, Matt, and I'll be like,
Please let me know.
Yeah.
I'm on pins and needles. I want to know how this ends. Bartiz Strange is not the only kind of high-profile artist you've worked with. Earlier this year, not so much worked with this artist, but opened for someone who I think is kind of a musical influence on you. You opened for this person at the back room of another coffee shop. Can you tell us who that is and all about that show?
Yeah, so I've been a big fan of an indie singer-songwriter from Sweden called Jens Lekman for like forever at this point. I don't know, like 10 years, 15 years. And I've definitely I've loved his stuff for so long, and I've seen him everywhere, you know. I think I first saw him play in Manchester. I managed to see him at like a private house show. He was like selling out venues in London that were around 800 to 1,000 people at the time. And he put out an email blast to his mailing list going, I have 5 spots to a house show that I'm doing just for fun. And I was luckily on my email at the time, so I was like, he was like +1 as well. I was like, okay, Amos Saleh and my friend James. And I just sent it back immediately. And I texted my friend James again. He was like, he got it at the exact same time and also replied. So we both got the tickets, and we went, and so I'm playing like a warehouse in Hackney. It was amazing. And then I've seen him everywhere else. I don't know. I've seen him in Milwaukee. I've seen him in everywhere. And I'm a big fan, and I got asked to open. We did it as a band. Half this lineup, me and Corey were involved. And yeah, I got to open for him, which was crazy. It was big for me. Like, I really love everything he does. He's one of my top 3, top 5 of just all time. I can't say number 1, but if I had to, he might be that. So that was huge for me, and it was very, very fun. It was really cool to do it in Milwaukee as well, where Backroom is my favorite venue in the city. I just find like all my favorite acts come through there. That kind of 250 cap room indie artist seems to just hit for me every time. So that was a real trip, yeah, for sure.
Good. So this wasn't a thing about not meeting your heroes. Was everything cordial? Did two of you shake hands and get along?
It was great. Yeah, he's really nice.
Good.
Yeah, for sure. It was good. No issues.
Good. Yeah, I was really hoping for some dirt there. That I don't know.
I'll tell you after.
Cups of coffee thrown in the back room and whatnot. But if we're not going to hear that, how about we hear some more music? I think you got a couple more, or maybe 3 more.
We do. We have a couple more, and we're gonna bring it home with the last 3 songs. And yeah, I just want to thank so much to WMSC for having us, Matt and Cal and Sid, Tim doing sound, the Nevas who are helping with the streaming stuff. Everyone, for real. Thanks so much for having us. Thanks to the audience for coming out. This is really cool. I mean, it's an on-air radio session, but I felt like I'm playing a show, so I appreciate it. Thank you for coming out, everyone. And thanks so much. We're going to play a few more. For those that did attend, we have some merch right here, including these wonderful new soccer jerseys that I've been waiting for like 6 months. They are the best. And all the stuff here. Come say hi as well. If I don't know you, come say hi, and I'd love to hang out. And friends that are here as well. Let's do this. Thank you so much for coming out. We got a few more songs, and then, yeah, we'll be hanging out. Thanks so much. The song is called No One Loves You. 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 And no one ever will. No one loves you. No one loves you. No one loves you. No one loves you. And no one ever will. No one loves you. No one loves you. And no one ever will. To match the blues in your eyes, I bleached my hair. I swore that I won't run away this year. I'm here. Let's toast the songs that make you cry, while into the mystery I'll fly and feel alive. When you wear off like a dry, will I still love you? Will the gamble pay off? Or I stay stuck, drink straws, holding like with my feet on the edge, then falling on. That's how you know you'll miss it all. Watching one night stars getting married, and one night stars getting married. I'm so far gone and delusional. Watching all my friends get buried, all my friends get buried, and the glory days we frolic in the summertime. Watching one night stars getting married, one night stars getting married. I was born to turn grey into gold and watch the ones we love disappear into the dark. to the floor. What will it be worth and what was it all for? I'm not sure. Smoking cigarettes on a balcony. I'm wondering why you cheat on him. You said to feel free. When you wear off just like a drug, will I still love you? And the way that I once was, I'm still so fond. Winter sun, see the one that thrills and the joy I'm holding on. It's how you know you'll miss it all. Watching one night stands getting married and one night stands getting married. I'm so far gone and delusional. Watching all my friends getting buried and all my friends getting buried. And the glory days we frolic in the summertime. Watching one night stands getting married and one night stands getting married. I was born to turn grey into gold and watch the ones we love disappear into the dark. To ruin us, I'm gonna find a way. I'm gonna find a way to ruin us. I'm gonna find a way. That's how you know you'll miss it all. Watching your first love getting married and your first love getting married, and to have it all, it's impossible. Watching all your friends get buried and all your friends get buried, and the glory days we frolic in the summer and watch the kids pair up and get married. And kids pair up and get married. I was born to turn green into gold and watch the ones we love disappear into the dark. Smash the blues in your eyes, I bleached my hair. Thank you. Life imitates art. We got one more, thanks so much. Thank you so much for coming out. This is our first show as this band, so the pressure is definitely there with radio, but you all supported us, we appreciate it, thank you. We'll come back in 2 weeks and do local live again. Hell yeah. Thank you so much. This song's called Gold Leaf. Thank you everyone who's tuning in on the stream and on the radio and everything. Thank you to all that came out. For those that you did come out, merch here, come say hi, let's all hang out. Anyone on there, do come to a show soon. It's always a blast. Come hang out. I want to do a special thanks right now, actually, to Alan and Julie, who I haven't seen in a few months. But basically, the Us Married, the song we just played, they were the two leads in the music video. And they killed it, and it was very fun and very cool. And especially during the editing process, when I was rewatching that video about 1 million times, like, they became, like, ethereal to me. Like, people that, like, they weren't real people, you know what I mean? Like, so much of them. And then when they walked in tonight and I didn't know they were coming, I saw them, I was like, felt like I was like in a dream. I was like, whoa, whoa, whoa. And I'm like, you're real people. It was, so I want to give a shout out to them, and anyone that hasn't watched it, go watch the Us Married video on YouTube, Holy Pinto Us Married, because it was really, really cool and shot by my friends Mariah and Sean. And I'm going to say that, and thank you so much again. This song's called Gold Leaf. me so well, you'd always wait for me. I used to use you like a crutch, and for that I'm so sorry. You look so hard for signs of light behind my eyes, but I was always so far away in reverie, plotting and planning. I'm so damn selfish, I just run around. Wash me with love and all commitment, and don't you dare ever tie me down. I'll buy you flowers from a petrol station, just to prove that I miss your touch. You say you still love my music, but I go way too much, I go way too much. You know that smoking's so delicious, I couldn't quit for you. But when I leave Granville Road, I'll leave with it my tobacco. And if I visit the Grand Canyon, the only time I'll allow the paper to touch my lips, inhale, exhale out. I'll be forever your protector, available. Forever your best friend, maybe more. I'll buy you flowers from a petrol station, just to prove that I miss your touch. You say you still love my music, but I go way too much, I go way too much. I'm so damn selfish, I just run around. Wash me of love and all commitment, and don't you dare ever tie me down. 'Cause I'll turn smoking in the garden to a hectic and restless life. It's just the way that I love it, but also the way that you don't like. I'll buy you flowers from a petrol station, just to prove that I missed your touch. You say you still love my music, but I go way too much, 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 I miss your touch. I go way too much, I go way too much, but I go way too much. Thank you so much. We're Holy Pinto. Thank you so much for coming out. Thank you, WMC. Appreciate it. Thank you.
Holy Pinto, ladies and gentlemen. Before we let you go, Eamon, how can people keep in touch? How can people keep up to date with what's going on in the Holy Pinto world?
Social media is great. If you want to listen to our music, Spotify, Apple's really good. Especially, I love Spotify, but I know a lot of people at Apple. You can check out our stuff, follow us, all that. Socials are cool. I like Instagram probably the most. I'm getting my TikTok going, and I'm seeing some fun potential with it. Especially now that I'm on the road, I have some ideas. But Instagram's usually the best place. We don't really post on Facebook that much anymore. But yeah, and Twitter is not where I want to be in my life. So yeah, Instagram's a really good spot. Spotify, Apple, check us out. Yeah, and I always do announce the local shows and stuff, so it'd be cool to see a lot of your faces again. Again, thank you so much. We appreciate it. I'll be hanging out. Come say hi. Thank you.
Thanks a lot. Appreciate it. Start. We just have to say that tonight's edition of Local Live was broadcast and live streamed from Anodyne on Bruce and Walker's Point. And Local Live is a production of 91.7 FM WMSE, produced by myself and Matt Wild tonight. Audio and video engineering by Knieverland Productions. All graphics by Rock Design. Band hospitality by Transfer Pizza. And Local Live is presented by Third Space Brewing. You have your home, you have your work, but everyone needs a third space. And thank you again to Holy Pinto. Amazing sets. Thanks a ton. And thanks to our wonderful audience here at Anodyne. Thanks for coming out, everybody.
You can find upcoming guests and archives of past Local Live segments at WMSE.org. Tune in again next Tuesday at 6 p.m. for an interview. Cal, you're going to be chatting with Brat Sounds. They've got a new record coming out next week, I believe. Mm-hmm. And stay tuned for more details about next month's show here at Anodyne. Good night, Milwaukee.
See you, everybody.